Well, you drive a hard bargain, but I think $3,250 is a fair price for both. A wash on the way, drop it off, come back for the John Deere, and then service both. Oh, hello, you must be, Katie. Just paid Katie $1,000 for the mower and the windrower. Oh dear, we've got a runaway forage wagon. Katie is going to be annoyed with us. I'm really sorry. Hopefully we can make it up to you. Well, sure. We can have a cup of coffee sometime. Yeah, no problem. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the American Dream at Riverbend Springs. It is now April, and the sun is out, which means that spring has finally sprung. And because the temperature has cranked up a little bit, I think we're going to change into some of our warmer clothes. There we go, that feels much more comfortable in the spring sunshine. It's getting up to 14 degrees today. Now, the plan for today is I was hoping we could potentially get a crop in our field. Now, I might need a few pieces of equipment to make that happen and possibly some advice from some other people. But we of course had grass in here, which we mowed up thanks to some grass equipment we bought off Katie. And yes, we mowed it, tedded it, windrowed it, and then forage wagoned it, which was quite entertaining. And speaking of Katie, we did say that we would make up to her after damaging the forage wagon that she owns by taking her for a cup of coffee. So I was thinking that I would text her this morning, but I do have plans to head over to Noah's. We need to stop paying the sawmill rental fee now that the building materials are all built. And I was hoping that we could get some of the stones that we've stashed at Walter's over to the cement factory and rent that out instead. So let's get the trailer hitched up. I think we might be needing that later. And before we set off, maybe we can just text Katie to see if she's going to be free later. I was thinking maybe something that's slightly nicer than a coffee is we could offer to take her to dinner. And I was thinking, why not take her to that nice restaurant, Willie's, where we stayed the night quite a while ago. Hey Katie, hope you are well. Was wondering, instead of a coffee, would you fancy dinner tonight? Should I send it? Shouldn't I? Oh, it's sent. Well, I guess Katie will let us know if she's up for that or not. But we can head on our way. And what is great to see is now that it's springtime, a lot of the foliage has come out. The grass in even the patchy areas is looking nice and luscious. The bushes have lots of foliage and everything is just looking a lot brighter, which is really nice to see. Right, first stop is Noah's, and then I think we'll head on to Walter's. Now, the sun and greenery really is a welcome change to the harsh winter we had in Riverbend Springs. Now, on my mind, I've got a list of things I think we potentially might need in order to get a different crop in our field. And I will have to see what is possible to drill at this time of year. These things are really completely unknown to me. Might have to seek Walter's advice, of course. He is a good counsel on these sorts of things. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll probably need a plough. We will likely need some sort of cultivator. And then we will need a seed drill. And then, of course, there's seed and other materials to think about. So, yeah, there's quite a lot that we need to consider. And, yeah, whether we have the funds for it. Oh, crikey, it looks like someone was going for the overtake there, but I was speeding up. Drivers really are impatient round here. That is one downside. And yeah, oh god, here he goes again. Absolutely trying to blindside me. Crazy. Go on then, you nut job. Narrowly missing the bloody van as well. Christ alive. And another one. Well, we obviously just drive much slower than the local motorists. Right, here we are. We've made it to Noah's sawmill, so we can check in with him and see what's going on. There he is. Hey Noah, how you doing? Good. Yes, we're good, thanks. Much happier now that the weather has warmed up quite a bit. Well, yes, I came to talk to you because obviously we're still paying the lease fee for the sawmill. I know we've got all our materials here, but now you've finished building, can we stop paying the lease fee? Oh, I see, we've got a few materials left over that don't quite make up full pallets. Well, I guess we can just sell them then. Yes, that makes sense. Yep, that sounds completely fair, Noah. If we stop paying the leasing fee, then yes, we will certainly clear the materials from your yard. Would it be okay if we had a week or so to make some arrangement to store them elsewhere? That's much appreciated, Noah. Many thanks. Well, if we take a look at Noah's sawmill, we can see that we have got no materials left, no wood is remaining in here, but we still have a few bits of planks long, wood beams and wood chips, which don't make up full pallets or boxes. So Noah has suggested we sell them, and I think that is a good idea. Oh, excellent. I see that has just sold, and yeah, we've made a couple thousand from those spare materials. Thanks, Noah. Well, yeah, we'll stop leasing the sawmill now, thank you. So yes, Noah, we will make some arrangements to come and fetch the building materials and get them stashed somewhere, but if we could have a couple of weeks, that would be much appreciated. Yeah, I guess we'll see you later. Oh, actually, before we go, I don't suppose you know where we could get a plough or a seed drill, do you? Oh, I see, you don't know much about farming. Just timber that runs through your veins. No, that makes sense. Well, see you later, Noah. Well, we can head on our way. We've made a good amount of money just from the spare building materials that Noah had of ours from the deadwood, which we have now sold. And we've stopped leasing the sawmill now, which is going to save us about $800 a day. And to be honest with you, $800 might sound expensive, but for all the work that Noah has put into our building materials, I'm very happy with how much that has actually cost us. We've managed to earn a great deal of building materials through all of that deadwood, and that otherwise would have cost us a great deal of money. We saw the prices of all those materials at the warehouse, so that's really going to put us in a good position for building our bigger farmhouse, for which I do need to see about getting some plans drawn up for what that's going to look like and just how many building materials we are going to need. Sunny Riverbend looks so glorious with all of the greenery out. A school bus hurtling round the corner taking the kids to school. Oh, they seem a bit late. It is 9:10, but we will make haste to Walter's to hopefully grab the stones from him, take them to the cement factory. We haven't had a text back from Katie just yet. I don't want to seem impatient, but yeah, I'm quite keen to hear back from her, and I'll be very disappointed if we don't, but I don't think she's that sort of girl. I think we will hear back from her. Left turn into East Farm, and of course I probably better tell Walter that we are planning on seeing Katie. I don't want him to feel like we are going behind his back, or you know, spending time with his daughter, and he wouldn't be comfortable or happy with that. So yes, we better tell him, but hopefully he is here. There he is. Hey Walter, how goes it? Oh, that's great. And thanks again for your help, letting us borrow your John Deere tractor the other day. The little 710 that we've got just wasn't up to pulling the forage wagon that we rented off of Katie. Oh, and by the way, Katie and I did say we'd probably grab a coffee at some point, mainly to say thank you to her for letting me borrow the forage wagon and for the slight bit of damage that I made to it from when it rolled away. Yeah, but sorry, don't want to take up too much of your time, Walter. I was hoping that we could pick up the stones that you've kindly been storing for us. I was hoping to get them over to the cement factory today so we can get that up and running. Sure, that would be grand. Would it be okay if we use the Challenger and the trailer to get them there? And have you got any way that we can load up the ones from the ground? Oh, that's fantastic, Walter. Thank you so much. I really don't know what we'd do without you. I think we owe you a drink and some dinner after all the help you've given us. Okay, I will grab the tractor and trailer and then telehandlers in the other shed, you say? Well, we'll get right to it. Well, good old Walter, as always, he has said we are welcome to use his tractor and trailer to get the stones over to the cement factory. I can't quite remember how much we had in here. Oh yeah, 2,434 litres. That's fine. Let's hop in the Challenger and get it started up. And Walter has said that he's got a telehandler in the other shed. Oh, do need to hitch up to this trailer. We can't be forgetting that. But yes, he has a telehandler in the other shed, which we can use to load the stones off the ground, which we deposited next to his grain silo. Let's get the tractor and trailer in a good position first of all. Oh, it looks like Walter's cows are out. That is really good to see. He, yes, did tell me that he does dairy farming amongst quite a lot of other farming. He does have and own a lot of the land in Riverbend Springs, that's for sure. Right, where can we go that we're not going to be in Walter's way, but we're in a good enough position to hopefully load up? Right, I think that probably looks about right, so let's switch off the tractor. Which shed was it in again, Walter? Oh, that one there. Okay then, yep. Any last words before we give the telehandler a go? It's not something that we've done before. Just go slow and steady. Alright then, we will do. And here we go. Telehandler. Oh, looks like got a nice boat. I imagine he uses that to get to his houseboat that's on the lake. Right, this is a Manitow MLT 841-145 PS. It's looking very clean. Walter does keep his equipment in very good service. Let's hop in and switch it on. Oh, there we go. Right, I'm not going to play with any of the joystick controls until we get out of here. I don't want to damage Walter's shed, but we should probably get the beacons on, so anyone who is walking around the yard can see us operating. And we'll head over to the pile, and yeah, now we can start to have a little bit of a play with the joysticks. Okay, so side to side goes up and down on the bucket. Up and down lifts the arm, and then, oh, I think, yeah, we can extend the arm. Probably don't need to do too much of that. So yeah, I think that's fairly self-explanatory. We will grab a load. I don't know if this pallet is all going to fit in the trailer. We might have to do 2 loads, but yeah, let's make a start. I think this bucket is about 2,000 litres. There we go. Right. We are away. one load loaded, and we've got a good pile remaining back at Walter's, so that is good. We just need to rent this place out, so I'll knock on the door and see if we can get that arranged. So the leasing is going to cost us $1,013 a day, and the drop-off position is round the back. So let's just pull around here, get this first load unloaded, and then go back for the second. I did get a little bit lost on my way here, so hopefully I can go a bit more known way back. Second load dropped off, and I didn't go meandering through random side roads on my way here the second time round, so that was much quicker. And I gotta say, that telehandler is absolutely fantastic for lifting those loads. Right, I'm just going to check in and see that we are now converting the stones into cement. There we go, 24,200 litres. There was a little bit left in the bucket of the telehandler, but I think Walter will probably just use those stones to fill in a few potholes. Now we have got the ability to make cement bricks, cement bags, or roof plates. And I think cement bags is what we are going to need first of all as our building materials. So we can convert 1,000 stones into 180 units of cement, or 180 cement bags, which I imagine there are a fair amount of cement bags that make up a pallet of cement bags. So we are going to kick that process off. That's going to cost us a bit per month plus the rental fee. So yeah, we really want this to be quite quick at making. It's going to do 24 cycles in a month. So yeah, we should hopefully get through the 24,200 litres we've got fairly sharpish. Alright, cement factory is off and away, so that is good. Let's get the tractor back to Walter. We've already parked up the telehandler. And yeah, we really do need to do something nice for Walter. He has lent us this equipment and let us stash these stones for quite a while, and he hasn't asked us for anything, so it would be nice to do something for him in the coming weeks. Maybe if you've got any ideas of something nice that we could do for Walter, then yeah, that would I think that would go down very well. Alright, seems to be a maniac van driver coming towards me again. I better move over and get Walter's tractor and trailer parked up where we found it. Well, there we go. Thanks very much, Walter. All of the stones are at the cement factory now, busy making cement. Oh yeah, the telehandler worked like an absolute dream. Do you want us to give you anything for letting us borrow all that equipment and stashing the stones? Oh, you're a very kind man, Walter. We will certainly make it up to you. A bit of advice, if we may. We were looking to put a crop in the field that we mowed up last time, and we sort of wanted to know how we should go about it. I thought we'd probably need a plough, a cultivator, a seed drill, but I didn't really know what crop to put in the ground. Okay, oats is good this time of year, is it? And once we harvest it, we could probably take that to the grain mill to make flour. Well, yeah, that sounds very sensible. Well, do you know where we could get some equipment? I did think of stopping in at old Ben's to see if he had an old plough, cultivator and seed drill. Ah, okay. Old Ben doesn't have that sort of stuff. Well, I guess we have to go to the dealership. Any advice? A direct drill. Well, we can certainly inquire, and that would remove the need for ploughing and cultivating, you say? Well, I don't think the grass field needs ploughing necessarily. We'll take a look. Well, thanks for all your advice, Walter. Much appreciated as always. We'll be on our way. Catch you later. Excellent. Well, Walter has given us some sound advice there. He's said that old Ben and pretty much everyone else around Riverbend Springs doesn't have any of the equipment that we are after. Plough, cultivator, seed drill. That sort of stuff is quite expensive and hard to come by, especially for the low horsepower tractors that we have. So he suggested the dealership, and that kind of makes sense. We're going to have to pay new and full prices for equipment at some stage. But he did give us a tip that if we found a direct drill, that we wouldn't need a plough or a cultivator, because we would just be able to drill on top of the grass directly. So that's some good advice. We'll see what they have got. Well, I just passed the animal dealer and can't see Katie, so she must be very busy today. Hope we are going to hear back from her. Let's head to the dealership. Alright, here we go. Good morning. Well, the dealership have given me their brochure, and if we go right to the end, they've got some of their cheaper equipment. Of course, some stuff is very, very expensive. But if we look to the right-hand side, we can see that they've got two seed drills that seem to be in a good enough price range for us. The first is the Massey Ferguson 33. They only want $1,000 for this. It needs 35 horsepower to run, and it can do seeding and fertilizing. But one thing is that this is not a direct drill, so we would have to have cultivated the ground before we actually drill this. However, the International Harvester 510 semi-mount is $2,920, so a bit more expensive, and it can seed and fertilize at the same time. But in the description over here, it does say that it offers the ability to seed directly. No previous cultivating or ploughing is necessary. So this is exactly what Walter was trying to tell us. It only needs 15 horsepower to run, and it can fit a bit more in the hopper for our seed and fertilizer, so that's pretty good. Now, there's no difference in crops that this can do versus the Massey Ferguson. It is a 3-point mounted seed drill, so that probably makes it a bit more maneuverable. It looks like there's an extra $510 for the fertilizer partition, which effectively gives the seed and fertilizer two separate areas and more capacity. So I think we will look to purchase that just for the longevity of this seed drill. So that ups it to $3,430. But I think not needing a plough and not needing a cultivator makes up for the additional price. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. Now, of course, to drill a crop, we are going to need some seed. So we need a big bag, $1,260. And we are going to need some fertilizer, $1,920. Crikey, this is adding up. Well, that was all rather expensive. But one bonus of dealership buying is they've kindly loaded everything up for us. So we've got the two big bags and the drill on the trailer. There we go. Let's get that strapped down so it's not going to go anywhere. And so we're not going to get any fines from Sheriff Bob for improper transport of goods. And we can head on back and yeah, I'm excited to give this a go. Well, the sheriff looks to be in at the moment. I will have to pop along and see him at some point to see if we could maybe borrow his truck and trailer so we can take the building materials from Noah to store them somewhere. Well, we really are becoming farmers now. Oh, was that my phone? Oh, maybe that was a text back from Katie. But I can't check as I'm driving, so let's get back. Right, we'll nip off left here to go down the track so we can get the seed drill and the big bags unloaded. Alright, here we go. How exciting is this? Right, I better check my phone before I forget. Aha, it was Katie. Dinner sounds good. I'm at the animal dealer. Pick me up whenever you're ready this afternoon. Fantastic. Well, that's great news. Right, we'll message her back. Sure thing. Just drilling the field this afternoon. Then we'll be on our way. Fantastic. Well, that is really good news. Right, I think for unloading this seed drill, we'll probably need to unfold the left-hand hatch. And from our fantastic tractor fleet, I think I'm going to choose the Alice Chalmers as it's closer in colour to our seed drill. Let's hop on and we can detach the windrower / tedder. And yeah, we've got another piece of equipment to add to our growing fleet of farm equipment. So yeah, that's what I mean. We are proper farmers now. Let's head on down the hill and grab the seed drill. Hopefully it will come off the trailer without too much trouble. There we go. That is off. Oh, and we better put the brakes on. And oh, I am trying to reverse, but it is very heavy. It's driving me into the field. I think maybe we need to raise it up. Ah, there we go. That helps. It's quite heavy when it's all on the ground. Right, let's see if we can get the covers open and fill up from the big bags. Right, seed and fertilizer in. I've just had to fill it with my hands pretty much, scooped together, as we don't have a shovel or a trowel or anything. But let's get the cover closed. There we go, fantastic. Right, we want to select oats. There we go. I wonder if we'll be able to drill this whole field with the quantity of seed and fertilizer we have got. But the reason partially for choosing the Alice Chalmers as well is because of the maneuverability of that front wheel. It is very smooth, so that is good. Alright, let's just line up. As I mentioned, we've got oats selected. Oh, do wonder about the Alice Chalmers. It is not so good on the reversing. It seems to get a little bit stuck and the traction is difficult, but we will do our very best. Right, let's switch this on. Okay, I don't think we need to switch it on. We just need to lower it. There we go. And hopefully we can start to drill oats. We're not going to be drilling oats. So I think that unfortunately has ruled out the Alice Chalmers. That is a shame. I was hoping that we were going to get the maneuverability of the front wheel there. So it's over to the John Deere. Hopefully, assuming that can pull this seed drill. And the mighty John Deere save us. I hope so. Right, let's head on down and grab the seed drill. There we go, we are attached. We can raise and lower. So there we go. We don't need to switch it on, so let's just lower it back again. Well, unfortunately, it seems like the John Deere is struggling as well. I'm not quite sure as to why, because yeah, we should just be able to crack on and pull this. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be playing ball. It also doesn't seem to be drilling the oats either. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Right, well, I've done a bit of trying and testing and can't seem to get this seed drill to behave itself, so I think we're going to have to go back to the dealership and come up with some other plan, because this is just not workable. Right, there we go. The seed drill is loaded back on now, so we can close up the side panel, get everything lashed on, and get this back to the dealership, because yeah, this is not working as we expected. Well, this is an extra trip that I was not expecting. I'm hoping this isn't going to make us late to see Katie later on today. Right, let's see what we can sort out here. Now, the dealership have taken back the IH510 semi-mount and reimbursed us the full amount. They've apologised profusely as to why it wasn't working. They are unsure, but yeah, it's the only one they have in stock, so they can't offer us another one. They have suggested that we buy the 510 21x7, which is a little bit larger, and it is actually pulled by a rear pin hitch rather than a 3-point linkage, so they reckon that will probably solve the issue that we were having with the Alice Chalmers and the John Deere 710 pulling it. It doesn't need much more horsepower, 25, and it does have the ability to direct drill as well, and it can seed and fertilizer, so it is everything we are looking for. It is more expensive at $4,250, but it has larger working width, and they've given us a guarantee that if this one doesn't work, then they will give us back full price plus some store credit. So yeah, I'm going to go with this one. Right, here it is. Yeah, it looks much larger. Now, of course, they could not load this on the trailer because it's too large for the trailer now, but they have said that they will deliver it over to our plot for free. So, yeah, we will head over and hopefully we should see that arrive some point soon. Right, back we go. I really do hope that this drill is going to work. Okay, we've made it back. We can at least get the big bags unloaded whilst we wait for the delivery. Oh, I think this is the delivery service incoming. Oh, well, they have unhitched the seed drill and driven straight off, so I guess that is good. They'll be heading back to the dealership. Right, here is our seed drill, and the dealership did say that they filled it up with seed and fertilizer for free for the inconvenience. So I think we'll go back to our original plan of trying to use the Alice Chalmers, and yeah, the seed from the previous seed drill I put back in our big bag, so that is not wasted. Alright, we can spin around here and get attached up. And yes, we have got seed and mostly full solid fertilizer there. So we can head into the field and hopefully we are going to be able to direct drill over the top of this grass. We don't switch this drill on, but hopefully it is going to work. We can lower away, oats selected, and oh, it looks like we still have a problem. Well, I really am a little bit lost. I don't know whether we do need to plough or cultivate this ground first because it has grass growing in it. So yeah, the dealership reassured me that this drill was going to work, but yeah, perhaps it is just our own mistake here that we need to really cultivate the grass out before we drill in a fresh crop. So, yeah, maybe we do need to go and get a harrow after all. Right, I've driven into town once again to get ourselves a cultivator. I really do hope this is going to work. Ugh, what a stressful day. But the dealership have a very cheap harrow, which is 5 meters wide for 950, and it only needs 31 horsepower to pull. So we are going to give this a shot. Right, that's loaded on. We'll strap it down. If this doesn't work, then I'm at a bit of a loss. Right, panic mode is starting to kick in a bit. I'm worried we're not going to have enough time to get our oats drilled in before we want to see Katie. Oh God, what was that flash? Oh, don't tell me that was a speeding ticket. That's the last thing we need today. It's already been a nightmare trying to get the equipment we need to get the oats in. God. Well. If we get a ticket, then we're just going to have to deal with it. Oh, that is so annoying. The day started off so well getting our stones over to the cement factory. And getting a good bit of money back from Noah and the spare materials we had. This afternoon has just been a bit stressful trying to get the equipment and things operational for our oats to go in the ground. Right, we made it here, so let's unlatch and we can get hopefully the harrow unloaded. Right, that is hitched up and we managed to drag it off, so there we go. Let's get it unfolded. There we go, that looks pretty wide, so let's get the angle right, shall we? We'll go in this direction, and I really do hope that cultivating the grass is going to then allow us to do the drilling. And yeah, I don't know, maybe the previous seed drill we did have was absolutely fine. It was just the fact that we hadn't cultivated the grass in. Who knows? The tractors were struggling to pull it anyway, so I think we made the right call in swapping the seed drills. But yeah, we're getting the grass cultivated in, so hopefully we can get this done and then move straight on to drilling our oats. Right, cultivating done, grass is turned in. That was nice and easy, despite some of our struggles and stresses trying to get our seed drill to work, but hopefully that is the key that has unlocked that possibility now. We must have got slightly confused with what Walter told us previously about a direct drill just being able to drill without needing cultivating or ploughing. He didn't really tell us whether or not there was going to be a crop in the field that we were trying to drill over, so that was probably something that we didn't quite clarify with him entirely. But there we go, we can shut down the John Deere. We have gained a rather cheap cultivator slash harrow, which is very good. Another piece of farm equipment to add to our quaint little farm here. And yeah, still need a name for the farm. Right, this is cultivated, so I'm hoping finally we can jump in the Alice Chalmers, get the seed drill connected and get some oats in the ground. And thankfully we still have a good amount of time to get this job done and head over and go see Katie. But yeah, we will have to get ready as well to try and make ourselves look presentable. Right, oats selected, fertilizer in, should be able to lower away hopefully, and drill some oats. Is that oats going in? I certainly hope so. Let's just pop out and take a quick look. Crop type oat. Yes. Fantastic. So it looks quite similar to what we've cultivated up, but I guess that's because the ground texture isn't going to change too much. So we can drag this around the field, get our oats in. I think the Alice Chalmers is struggling a little bit up the hill. I guess we can kind of see where we have and haven't been. The stalks are getting dragged over from where we've just cultivated the grass into the ground, so yeah, we can see. Right, I've maybe chosen the wrong tractor for the job. I probably should have gone with the John Deere for the seeding and the Alice Chalmers for the cultivating / harrowing, as I think the harrowing was a little bit of an easier, less demanding job. But yeah, nonetheless, we will persevere. And there we go, last row done. Our oats are drilled in, and it was fairly slow going with the Alice Chalmers, but I am actually pleased that we did choose it, because the manoeuvrability with that front wheel is just unmatched, to be honest. It really does make the turns quite simple, and we were going side to side to kind of negate the impact the hill was having on the Alice pulling this seed drill. But I think if I was to do it again, we would give the John Deere a bit of a whirl to see if it could pull the seed drill better than the Alice can. But oh, there we go, we are kind of running out of space for our equipment. I think I'm going to need to tuck the seed drill in the bushes to the left of this tree. So let's get this backed up in here. And yeah, we really are going to be in need of some shed space, because yeah, the equipment is growing. And one thing I hadn't really considered at all today, of course, if we are planting or drilling a new crop, we have grass equipment, but we don't have any harvesting equipment. So yeah, what on earth are we going to do come harvest time? I've not really thought this through, but yep, we want to give farming a good go. That means venturing into new territory and the unknown, and it certainly has been the unknown for us this afternoon, because we were trying to drill this field without realizing we needed to cultivate it first, and kind of misinterpreted Walter's advice. So yeah, that was quite interesting. But there we go, a nicely drilled field. Right, it is 3 o'clock, 10 past 3 nearly. So I am going to get changed. I think we're going to have to just leave everything as it is, as I'm slightly worried about being a bit too late to get over to Katie. But yeah, let's get dressed for an evening out. There we go. We don't really own many clothes, but managed to source a shirt from my collection, and hopefully this is going to be nice enough. Don't want Katie to think that we're going to too much effort. That might seem a little bit keen, but also, yeah, we want to look nice. Let's get the trailer unhitched, we can start her up and we'll head over to go and see Katie. Right, we'll go left and into town that way. And yeah, I've just remembered about potentially the speeding fine we might face in the future. And also, just thinking about some of the next jobs we might have to do on that oat field. I think it's probably going to be fertilised as best as we can, because the grass we had in there, once we cultivated that in, that would have given some degree of fertilisation, and then we had fertiliser in the seed drill, so my bet is that that's fertilised pretty well. But I'm not sure on anything else that we might need to do to the field. I know Walter has mentioned things like lime before, so yeah, that's something we might have to seek his advice on again. And yeah, I'm not sure on anything else that we might need to do. Quite possibly some weeds might come up, which we'll have to deal with or not deal with. So yeah, if those things crop up, we probably just have to speak to Walter or speak to old Ben and see if we can get some good advice. Alright, I'll be sure to head into town a little bit slower so I don't get flashed by a speed camera again. Right, we can turn on into the animal dealers and let's see if we can find Katie. Oh, I think Katie is out front again, and it looks like she's still in her work get-up. Hey Katie, how you doing? Yeah, sorry, I was a bit later than expected, as had a bit of fun trying to get oats in the ground today, but we got there in the end. Okay, yeah, no problem. We can wait a short while for you to get dressed, and yeah, we'll just we'll park up and wait. See you in a sec. Excellent. Well, we've just parked up and we will wait here for Katie. I do wonder what this evening could bring, but hopefully a chance for us to relax and unwind a little bit after a slightly stressful afternoon. But that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like us to do, then feel free to leave a comment. All that's left to say is, I hope to see you again next time on The American Dream at Riverbend Springs. And until then, catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.